This video was made in collaboration with Vijay Krishna and Gopala Krishna.
History homework. Pa-da-pa-pa-pa.
So we all know that Christopher Columbus discovered America in 1492. However, America was a rather accidental discovery. Columbus was one of the first people to believe that the earth was actually ball-shaped rather than flat. Even though he told the Spanish about his genius idea, the Spanish still thought that he was kind of retarded. But the Queen got interested in his idea and bought 3 ships for him to settle off to his voyage. So the ships were named Nina, Pinta, and the Santa Maria. Unfortunately, the world was bigger than he thought, but luckily he spotted some land. This land saved Columbus and his crew from starvation. And that land will in the future be called the Americas. Now, my fellow Indian will tell you about the inhabitants of those lands.
Well, these peoples were named Indians because Columbus thought he landed on India, so he named these guys Indians. These Indians or Americans or whatever formed groups that we call tribes. Starting off with the Mayas, they liked gold. They were pretty much obsessed with gold. Then there were the Aztecs, very powerful, very religious, obsessed with blood. Seriously, they drank blood, bathed in blood, are they vampires? Moving on to Arawaks or Tainos. Not much to see, Mr. Boucher did not bother us to teach about them. Next, the Caribs, dwellers of the Caribbean, nothing else to say. Last but not least, Incas, second most powerful tribe, nothing much else to say. Lazy of you, Mr. Boucher.
And yada 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 in the underworld killed or became slaves. And then died of starvation or injuries. Pretty dark, huh? And the Europeans went further and discovered the Africas. I mean, clearly there was never anybody living there before them. So the Africans became slaves too. And so was created the transatlantic slave trade. The slave trade had 3 legs, and don't try to be a smart ass and tell me that they couldn't walk. But they couldn't! First stage of the trade was Europe to Africa, where they went to fetch slaves. Then was Africa to America, where the slaves worked. Then was America to Europe, where they brought the resources. The slaves also had a good couple of rebellions, but not that much of them succeeded. Even though the slave trade was abolished in 1807, slavery was still legal until 1865. History.
Next, the Caribs, dwellers of the Caribbean,
No, as the Indians. Yes, no.
nothing most.
Snap, this goes to my cringe compilation.
Last but not
This video was sponsored and graded by Mr. Boucher Jr.
We will leave a link of his Facebook account in the description below. Go check that out. This video was possible thanks to Chris Columbus.
Go check out his Twitter in the description below as well. Hang on a little, just one more thing to say. I understand we were supposed to do a blog, but I'm not redoing this. You're not gonna make me. So I don't care what you're saying. If I get a 0, I get a 0. It's my problem. Please don't remind me of that.